Jimmy's team is winning. Oh, they can't be winning because that was way long ago on Sunday.
That is true.
Because today is Wednesday, October 13th. And it's time for Ask Us Anything. Once again, Jimmy's here this week, so we're going to have questions this week. We had to fit it in today.
Yep.
But he's still working on his property. Look forward to seeing a video of his progress of his house. Should be hopefully up later on this week.
Still will be a hole in the ground, but it's an update.
So anyway, once again, it's Ask Us Anything. We'll answer any questions. We really haven't come across any that were too personal that we didn't want to answer. So
not really.
We'll see if any of these, I've been writing them down as you've been asking. So in the comments below, if you have any questions for us,
ask away.
We'll answer them. Joe Weicht, W-E-I-C-H-T, wants to know, why do you have a basement when there's so much flooding? If you could see my basement right now, it would be a clear explanation. I'm going to put a little clip in here, right here, to show you my basement right now. Okay, this is why I have a basement. This is all Jimmy's stuff. Not that, that's ours. But starting here, all of this, and all of that. This is my pool table. And all of this. Going around here. All of that. All of this. More over here. I don't know how he fit this all into his house. In through here. And more. All of that. This is why we have a basement. Right, Jimmy?
This is why. There's a pool table back here, so it's not like this the whole way.
I showed the pool table. Let me show you. Oh, you can't even see the pool table from this angle.
It's technically from here this way. If you took this stuff, like, I could have went here, and it would have only been from here to there.
I don't think so, Jim, because let's walk with Jimmy to show you. I showed them the pool table. He's got stuff stored on the, he's got stuff on the basement there, right there. Yeah. It's still bad.
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff goes into file cabinets and drawers. There's excuses. When all this is done, and all this is moved back into the new house, we'll do a tour for the new house, and you'll see.
You'll see how empty this basement really was.
You'll see how empty the basement was, but then you'll see at the new house how all of it has a place.
Let's see, we got that hole in the ceiling that he hasn't finished. We got the hole in the ceiling here that he hasn't finished.
2 tile.
But in his defense, Jimmy got us the ceiling.
I was going to say, how much did the ceiling cost in material?
The ceiling didn't cost anything because they were going to throw it.
And how much did it cost in labor? Zero.
But see, this is where Jimmy's trash picking paid off.
It did. This was all trash picking.
Yep, because they were going to throw it all away from a job because they ordered it wrong.
Yep. Done.
Okay.
That's why I need a basement. And when I say the basement is flooding, I don't mean the basement is the basement's flooding because it's a hole. Like, I don't have walls up, a roof on, or anything. It's flooding because it's the beginning of the house. So whenever it rains, obviously there's nothing to drain it out to. But obviously, once the house is built, then it'll be a dry basement.
But see, my house, we have a sump pump. You're going to have a sump pump in yours?
I have one in there now. That's why I had to go do the electric today. So it's.
But I mean, it's going to be there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of like on wetlands, I guess. Not wetlands, but
clay.
Yeah. The water doesn't. When we lived in Detroit, we never needed a sump pump. But where we live now,
yes,
because of the land. The reason I have a basement is this is like tornado. We have lots of tornadoes.
Yeah, we do have lots of tornadoes around here, so we need
a basement to go down the basement for safety.
Especially me being in the country, there ain't nothing stopping it. So,
of course, Jimmy's staying right now in a trailer park, and those are notorious. And I think it's just because they're an open.
I think it shakes it. I just got through with being in a tornado like 2 months ago,
and he was in a house at that point.
And I was in a house.
But I think it's because where they're set up, usually like in a flat surface,
Yeah, it's all flat area.
flat area. It's
Yeah.
usually where a trailer park
And
is.
it's 5 minutes from my house, the new house.
Yeah,
So, it's,
but and they don't have basements.
you know.
No, so but like for ours is just like for extra storage and
So
safety
is mine.
and
Just,
safety.
you know, little,
Yeah.
you know, extra storage.
Yeah, what's all of that stuff you saw is just my house. He's got some more stuff.
No, listen.
At Samantha's father's house.
The stuff at Samantha's father's house is all my tools. There's no stuff stored there like
Oh.
that. That's all my tools are over there.
Oh, okay. We could have put those in the shed.
No, you couldn't, because I took up half his garage with all my tools.
See, I'm telling you, he spent it all. The second question is from behind the slots. Would Jimmy show us some pictures of when you were heavy? Do you have any pictures of when you were heavy?
I think I have one, but yeah, I'll send it to you. We'll put it right here.
We'll see if he remembers. If there's nothing right here.
I'll remember since we're done. It'll be right there.
We'll see. Lalu, L-O-L-U, Lulu. What would you like for your big gift Christmas present? Remember we were talking last week and I was going to get you a
that's true.
selfie stick a couple weeks ago?
Big gift present.
Big gift
I would
present.
say work pants. It's boring. Work pants.
But they're expensive.
From Duluth.
Yes.
Yeah, but the work pants that I get are like $85 or something.
Yeah, but-
they last and they're guaranteed. And if they rip, tear, or fade, I just take it back to the store, throw it on the counter, and they give me another pair. So in my opinion, that's worth it. If you spend
Yeah.
$20 on work pants in 5 years and I'm still wearing the same
Right.
stuff.
That's kind of like when David kept going to Payless Shoe Store to get his work boots.
Yeah, and I kept telling him, go to Red Wing.
And
go
so
to
then
Red Wing.
one day I told him, I said, David, we're going to Red Wing. And he got the boots. And as soon as he put them on and he walked in, he says, oh my gosh, these are like walking on air.
Exactly.
And that's all he buys now.
Yep.
He goes right to the Red Wing store and gets some. For my big gift Christmas present, I don't know. Part of me wants a banjo. And your dad was going to get me a banjo for Christmas or for my birthday. But then I thought, no, I don't want a banjo because then I'd have to learn how to play it. And I don't know that I'd have the
It's fun.
the
Same thing as a
patience.
guitar. I love playing guitar.
But-
I haven't played it in a while, but obviously.
Because I love banjo music, but I don't think I could do it justice.
You can play some Steve Martin.
I love Steve Martin's banjo music. What's the name of his group? The Canyon Boys?
I can't remember the name
Something
of
like that.
it. Yeah.
But no, I love banjo music. I
I
absolutely
can see
love.
walking into this house and hearing a banjo.
You know what? I could learn how to play dueling banjos, and you can play it on your guitar.
I could.
And then
There
we
you
could have
go.
David play it too. We could really get like a trio going.
There we go.
But I really didn't think of a big Christmas gift because you know what? I have so many. His dad, Jim, is an excellent gift giver.
Ever since that Johnny Cash.
Yes, because one year we didn't have very much money, and he bought his favorite 8-track player. That shows you how long ago. Not 8-track player, 8-track tape of his favorite singer because he thought we both liked him. And I'm thinking, no. But no, Jim gives me very good gifts.
He does.
So he listens, and I always get something really great. Suzanne Brightlines wants to know, what did Jesus look like? Remember when I was saying that I saw him?
Right.
That's why I think, and maybe it really wasn't. It was just like I was dreaming, like people say, because he kind of looked like the picture. But he just looked like he was floating. Remember when I said I saw him before my aunt
I know
died?
what you're talking about.
He just had really long hair and a beard, and he just,
So he was a hippie.
yeah, I guess. But he just looked. He had like an
I'm
aura.
joking,
He had like,
Jesus.
yeah, you better be. He had like an aura around him. It was, you know, you'll never know till I get up to heaven for sure if I ever
was
saw
that
him.
you? You
Yeah.
can ask him. Was that you?
Did you come to visit me when I was like 9 years old?
Yep. And he'll be like, you know how old I am? You think I remember that?
Jeez. You are going right to hell.
He knows I'm joking. He made me, so.
I guess. Oh, he broke the mold, Jim. He
He
broke
did.
the mold.
Anyway, we're done with this one.
Okay, throw that cast eye out. We don't
Yeah.
want to cast any more like that.
Nope.
Mary Pakulski, Pakulski, said there's nothing like a good windmill cookie.
No, there is not. But
Only from the dollar store.
Dollar store.
I don't know what's the
Cookie.
difference between a dollar store cookie and.
Because you try to get too fancy. If you go to Keebler, they try and fancy that crap up.
Well, what about the
You can't
cookies I
fancy it.
sent you? Was those too fancy? Remember I bought you some at
No, those
Kroger?
were good. They weren't as good as Dollar Tree, but
Well, they weren't as cheap as Dollar Tree either.
nope, that's why. See, if you would've got
I
them from
paid
the
a
dollar-
little bit of money for those.
You would only paid 89 cents at the dollar store.
Then
And
my
you would have got more. I usually get two for like $1.40, two packages.
my dollar store is not that great. I mean, I see like Kim always does like Dollar Tree hauls,
Yeah, I've seen those.
and she's got like really good stuff.
Yeah.
Not my Dollar Tree's not that. We have a Dollar Tree, a Dollar Palace, a Dollar General, and not one of them's really great. And then when you go to the Dollar Palace, not
Well, now they're
everything's a
raising
dollar.
everything. Did you hear that now?
They're not dollars anymore.
They're not dollars anymore. They're going to make everything that's a dollar. Like in the dollar, what is it? One of them is, I think it's the Dollar General, where it's not everything's a dollar.
Right, and the Dollar
Whatever's a-
Palace,
yeah,
not everything's a dollar.
Whatever's a dollar is going to now be $1.50 or $2, and whatever is like $5. Everything's going up like 50 to
Well,
$1.
The only thing that everything is a dollar is the Dollar Tree by me. The Dollar Palace
Right,
and the
but that's
Dollar
going up
General.
now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't shop there that often. I only get my birthday cards from there because it's 2 for $1.
Right. That's,
You know what? They open up the card, they pull out the money, they throw the card aside.
yep.
50-cent card is good enough. Dayton's grandma wants to know the maddest I've ever been at Jimmy and for how long. That's such a memory. Such a memory. Well, the maddest I've ever been at Jimmy was I'm not going to tell you why I was mad at him, not to embarrass him, but he knows. And I threw him out of the house, and I would say he was gone, what, about 10 days?
Oh, no longer than that. It was at least a month.
I don't think it was that. Well, he couch surfed a lot.
I did couch surf.
He couch surfed a lot. He lived at not Dollar General.
Dollar General. There was no Dollar,
No, there's no
Dollar
doubt. He
General
lived
back
at
then.
Myers for a while. He figured
I
out a
didn't
way.
live at Meyer.
Well, you spent the night there,
One night. And it worked out perfect.
and then they kicked him out.
Yeah, I still got 6 hours sleep. Before they picked me up, so.
But it was a defining moment in your life.
It was.
It
Everything changed from there.
turned his life around.
Yep.
So I would say it was probably a month.
Yeah.
It was a long month for both of us.
It was.
It really was. Sue B wants to know if Jimmy's going to have a channel. Well, we're trying to figure out
I'm
how
trying
to
to figure out how to make this video.
We're trying to do it figure out how to put it over here to mine because Jimmy's not going to put anything on afterwards.
I might do a channel, like for my woodworking or something. After I've talked to Samantha about trying to do that, but I don't know. Maybe after, by the time this house is done, doing all these videos.
So it wouldn't be till
maybe
like
I'll-
next year.
Yeah, maybe I'll.
But in the
Getting our kitchen and basement done.
yeah, we got to get our kitchen and basement done too. But we got to wait until his house is done.
It's crazy.
He started ours, but he's not going to finish ours.
Hey,
But
if
you know
read-
what? For what I pay for it, it's worth it.
Exactly. And if you read Norm Abrams' book, the very first thing he says in the book is be weary of marrying or dating carpenters
Yeah.
because usually their projects are the last ones to get done.
Which is true. But I didn't marry you, so.
That's true.
But anyway, so we're trying to do the video now.
Yes.
So we're going to try to get it up. Jimmy's trying to figure out a way to send the video. Some of them have come through because they're short, but the longer ones we're having a little bit
You
more
can see where I
difficulty.
started. I started with like 10-second videos. Like, oh,
Start off
this
your first one.
This one got out
Okay,
to
it's time to
15.
go to
Yep.
the property.
Yeah, my voice like picked up for some reason. It's funny. You'll get it.
It's kind of cute.
But then they go like to 15 seconds, 20 minutes, then they go to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You can see I'm getting more comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
So,
But we're going to try to get something out later on this week to
Yep.
show you. Because tomorrow is when he's actually starting, or no, not tomorrow. 2 days
3
ago.
days ago.
Monday, this
Yeah,
past Monday, he was starting to it. Janet M. wants to know where you and Samantha went on your first and second date.
First date, we went to Texas Roadhouse. And funny story about that is she had she had a surgery on her wrist. So she had a full-blown cast. Sorry, it would be on her. Oh, it's horrible. I forget. I want to say her left. She's right hand. Yeah. left or right, I forgot which one.
One of the two.
One of the two.
She's only got the two.
So when we ordered our meals, we both got steak, obviously, and so, you know, all the meal came, and I start cutting, and I take my first bite, and I look up, and she's just sitting there, and I'm like, oh crap, she can't cut her meat. I'm like, you want me to cut your meat? She's like, if you don't mind, please. So now the joke, whenever we go out to eat, now that she has no cast, I'm like, look at you cutting your own meat, you big girl. Second date was, where did we go? Oh, second day we went to the movies and we seen Loopers.
Loopers.
Yeah, Loopers. Remember the movie with Bruce Willis?
Oh,
where they were assassins and
Yeah.
they could go back in time and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Jim and I, our first date, we went to the Ramona Theater and we saw No Way to Treat a Lady and Murderer's Row. And our second date, we went to a dance at the school because we met in 11th grade. Do you believe in food addictions?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Especially sugar. I'm so addicted to sugar. If I have some sugar,
That's me.
just one little
Yeah.
piece of sugar, I gotta go crazy with that.
Yep.
Do your friends and coworkers know you're on YouTube?
Yes.
Yes, mine do. Obviously, my family does.
Obviously,
They're
they're
always
on
on it all the time. Are you on Instagram or do you follow anyone?
No.
No.
I have an Instagram
I have an
account, I
Instagram.
think,
Yeah, I
that
do
I
too.
made, but I mean, it doesn't even have a profile picture or
I think
anything.
I think I have an Instagram thing I did for a hot minute, but it was just not worth it. My kids are trying to. Well, my son Danny is trying to get me to do TikTok. No. He's him and Christy are always sending me TikTok videos, which are cute. I do like them.
They are funny.
They are funny. Do you have any experiences where God was with you and felt His presence? Mine was that time when I was with my cousin and her mother was dying. But I always feel God's presence with me every day, no matter where I am. I really do.
I think that every time I see like an accident, like if I'm running late for work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm driving to work, and then like I've seen a couple accidents like a half a mile ahead of me. I've watched it happen to where it was like, oh, if I would have left at my normal time, that would have
Right.
been me. You know, stuff like that. I'm like, ooh, thank God that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I've had stuff like that. Yeah.
Bobby Hart said, have you ever accidentally caught something on fire that caused any damage?
No.
My
Your sister has.
My sister set her house on fire, burnt to the ground.
Yep. Gone.
She was playing with matches. She set the bathroom on fire.
She was like that little girl in the meme with the fire and bang just you know what I'm talking about?
Well, she brought Denise into the bathroom. Denise was like 11 months old. She was just crawling. My dad was in the back room, supposedly watching us. My mother was taking a nap, and I was supposed to be watching the kids. Because my dad said, watch the kids, I'm going to sit down and watch the baseball game in the back. And he went to go to the bathroom, and he opened up the door, and he went, holy Jesus, the house is on fire. And then I turned and looked this way, and you could see flames shooting everywhere. So we did that. Well, I accidentally set a fire that didn't really cause damage because I got it out in time. When Jim and I were first married, we lived in an upper flat, and we bought our appliances. We bought a stove and refrigerator for like $50, $100, something like that. And the stove was really old. We got married in 1971, but the stove, I think, was probably made in the 50s. And it had drawers that you could keep, supposedly you're supposed to keep a pot and some pans. And it had a little oven on the side. And I decided that the drawer, I was going to save the bags, because they didn't have plastic bags then. They had brown paper bags. But the burner, you had to light with a match, because the gas didn't work, because it was an old stove. And so I went to light it, and the match dropped and fell into the thing, which fell into the drawer, which set the bags on fire.
Nice.
But I got the fire out. This is also from Bobby Hart. Do you like rummage sales, thrift stores, anything like that?
No. I like garbage day though.
Yeah. He probably still does.
I do. If I see stuff, I'll grab it.
Like my sister Denise.
No, she gets a little extreme. I'll be like, oh, if I know I can use it right then, I will. I won't do stuff. There's some people that'll be like, I know I'll be able to use that in the
that's
future.
Denise.
I'm not that. Unless I need like, oh, I need that right now. Then
Which
yeah.
I was surprised that Gary bought a truck because even when he
Oh,
bought
that's
the
the
truck,
last thing.
I told
Yeah.
Gary, I says, you're going to be sorry because now she's going to find stuff that she can go and pick up.
Right.
I am not a rummage sale, no. If I'm going to get like a Halloween costume or something, like I'm going to try to make some sort of a costume, I'll go to a Salvation Army to pick something up cheap,
Right.
just for that, but no. And I never bought my kids clothes there. I know a lot of people do. I just never did. I just never did. Have you ever had your own rummage sale?
Yeah, and garage sales, yeah.
Yeah, I've had garage sales and stuff like that. Have you ever done anything in public that you'd like to share that was a little,
This will show-
you said, ask us anything.
And
what
this
you
is
said.
going to prove to you how good of a relationship we have and how comfortable I am. Unlike my brother,
Oh, no.
who would never
You would
talk
never
about
share
this.
anything.
Middle of the day, I had sex in a Meijer parking lot. Out in the open. Not in a car, out in the parking lot.
Well, Jim and your dad and I, we had not sex, but we did stuff in the Eastland parking lot
Yeah,
and stuff like that. I think that, didn't we one time, Jim, on the beach? Didn't we do it one time on the beach?
Not that I know of.
No, not well, we never went all the way. I was a virgin when I got married, and my kids know that. But I thought that we did something like we were, getting a
No,
little.
your mother suggested it.
What? You got going on, man?
When you were renting a car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. My mom, she thought that would be something that we should try. I'm telling you, we come from a very open family.
Yes, except for my brother.
except for Danny. Christy doesn't have a problem sharing anything.
No. See, you said anything.
You said anything. Yeah, I know Jim has many times peed on the side of the car, like when we're driving along.
Oh, yeah. If you ever get Samantha on the video, ask her about peeing outside the car at my company Christmas party. Worth it. I'm not even going to tell the story. We'll wait and let her.
She'll never get on here and tell it.
She'll tell it because it annoyed her. So she'll tell it.
As you can see, we will answer any question.
Anything.
Any question. So that's going to do it for this week. Once again, if you have any questions,
Ask us.
we'll answer them. We just moved that. If you're new to our channel,
Like,
comment,
subscribe.
and share.